Hey, what's up everybody? How are you guys doing? Now, I think there's a good chance that we're going to start feeling some of these things that are going on here in the soon future, and not just the stock market or anything like that, but I want to talk about it. So hey, thank you guys very much for checking out this video. Any support for the channel is awesome. Now we got two basic elephants in the room that are going on right now. We got the stock market crashing, and we got this tariff war going on. Now, as far as the stock market goes, we're not really at a crash yet. I think it is beyond a correction into a bear market, but not quite a crash or a recession or anything like that. If this keeps going, on the other hand, yeah, we're going to quickly get there. So we're having drops right now like we had during 2020. Very large drops. I remember seeing 3 days in a row that were 4% drops as the market was crashing down. Yesterday we had a 7%. We had a 5, 6, 7 with the Dow, S&P, NASDAQ. And then today it was basically 6s all the way across the board. So we do have 3 very large days of downturn. But is it a crash yet? No, not yet. But it is most likely getting into a bear market, which is just going to keep pushing it down further and further. We're going to have some days. We might have a week or even 2 weeks of a little bit of up, this way. Kind of like a dead cat bounce or an attempt at a recovery. And then it can just go ahead and soar even harder than it already has right now. Once it passes the low that we've been at, which is, let's just put it at about 5,000 on the S&P futures. Yeah, we're going to be looking at some trouble. 48.80 is another huge mark to where if we break that and keep going, buckle up your seatbelts. The trend for the last year or so has been retracements. We get a big couple of up days, it's going to turn around and go right back to where it started. You get a couple big down days, it goes right back to where it started, basically considered a V recovery. That happens a lot, and it's been happening a lot lately. Now, you can't go too far past that point. Usually it's a hard inflection point that it hits, but lately the market's been blowing through those. But there's always one it can hit that is, okay, well, that it's gone low enough, let's send it back up. So there's a very good chance of that. Now, just as a reminder, the stock market is not the economy. They do have a little relationship there, but they are different worlds. The stock market, it's a lot of hedge funds, a lot of big investors and stuff that are in it, but also every civilian in the whole world has access to trade the market. So there's a lot of people in China, there's a lot of people in the Middle East, and a lot of people in the United States that are trading it. So whatever they feel like should be done gets done. If they think the market should be going up from here, a lot of people are going to pour into the bull side of it, and they're going to make the market go up. So let's keep that separate from the economy. Now, as far as the economy goes, we got these tariffs going on. I'm thinking about this, of course, a little bit different than most people are thinking about it. Most people, we got what Trump's saying. We're going to tariff all these countries. We're going to do massive tariffs on all these countries, and that's going to bring back manufacturing industry to the United States. That is true. That takes a long time to do. You have to have people that are willing to do it. Most companies that do manufacturing over in China, India, Mexico don't want that changed. They're going to lose a lot of money. They're going to have to pay more for labor. Everybody's going to have to get paid more in the United States than they do in, let's say, Indonesia. That's making a shirt or a pair of shoes for about 12 cents, and then shipping it over here. They're not going to want that cut. The rich want to stay rich and keep everybody else where they're at. but definitely the rich want to stay rich. So that's not going to be going as smooth as that sounds. There's other people saying that he's just out to crash the economy. That could be true. You got the left that's saying that he's just so anti-American and all this kind of stuff. You also have people on the right saying it. Rip the Band-Aid off. Let's get this over with. It's going to hurt for a little bit, and we're going to recover. You know, we got to get rid of all the waste. We got to get rid of the sludge and all that crap. Look at what we got, and then build up from there. And once we start building up from there, it's going to be good. Now, my opinion on this, and this is just personal, I think about things a little bit different. It's the military. It has to do with the military, at least. What I'm thinking is our military has been reasonably weak. We've gotten this whole DEI structure infused into it, which is all changing, which is another point. But our military is kind of down. It's not up to, if we were to meet China head to head, we'd do very well. I know we have a lot of stuff in the background that we don't know about yet, which is going to be a huge player. As far as these tariffs go, it's going to bring money into the United States. It's not going to be going into our pockets. And this whole talk about the stimulus check, one, I want to see it to believe it. Two, I don't agree with it. We shouldn't be dropping trillions of dollars to everybody else. Yes, it's our tax money that was wasted. Yes, it's your right to know where your money's going. Yes, you should be able to vote on where your taxpayer money is going. But we don't have that luxury. They're going to do whatever they want. The whole Doge thing is a little bit crazy too, but I may or may not get into that. But as far as tariffs go, and let's just say China, for instance, we just put tariffs on China. They retaliated with tariffs. But the tariffs are going to help us in a whole. We are one, if not the largest consumer in the world. I know China is right up there. We're kind of neck and neck for number one. But we import just about everything. China is actually an exporter. So, being that we import everything that is purchased in this country, vaguely, blanket style, everything, is going to put cash into the United States. Not Americans, but the United States. We kind of need that. We need to build up a way to finance what's coming, which is going to be a war with China. I think everybody knows it. Everybody sees it. It's as clear as day. The media talks about it. YouTubers talk about it. Everybody's talking about it at some point or another about the threat of going to war with China. Not even so much about Iran and stuff like that. But we're going to have to fund this thing. So a good way to get it, instead of stealing it from all the tax-paying citizens, doubling our taxes, doing something like that, which I do kind of see something maybe coming. I don't think he's going to be cutting taxes too much, but they're going to be getting a lot of money in to be able to fund this. Now, another way that we can bring the industry back to America, bring manufacturing back to America, is a wartime economy. Now, if we start getting some of these companies that normally make water bottles or something like that, and they're able to make canteens or other things that's going to be good for military use, they might get pushed into that. Being that there's going to be more of a demand for military things at that time than other things, it's going to boom the economy. It's going to bring a lot of money coming in from American companies built here on U.S. soil. So yes, that is going to help our economy. That is going to help it. Wars are profitable. Wars solve indirectly many problems, like a bad economy, a crashing economy. Look at World War II and the Great Depression. It pulled us right out of that. It took a little stumbling to get going, but we've had a great country ever since. So yeah, I don't necessarily think it's all the stuff that's going to be going on or all the stuff that is being said in the media. I don't think it's a lot of the things that I'm hearing online. I'm looking at it a little bit different. I think this is a war funding machine that they're running with the tariffs, with all this stuff. And the other good thing, if that was your plan, to shed high dollar government waste. Let's get all this stuff down, the whole Doge thing. The money being wasted in other places like saving blowfish in Argentina to putting it to work for the military, to dumping all the money in. Now, just look at the people Trump put in. Look at Hegseth. Look at these people that they put in. They're very hawkish when it comes to saving America through power. Putting that together with the tariffs, with them just kind of collecting up money, making sure the money goes into important things that are going to give us a chance to be able to win this war, World War III. Well, I mean, I think it's a good idea. I think that's probably what they're doing. I don't think it's all this fluff that you're hearing on the news and in other places. And it's not, oh, Trump's going to save the world, save America, and make America great by doing this. I think it's a complete different objective. Even though maybe in the long run, it might just make America great again, save America. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I just thought I would kind of touch on this subject because I'm just not really thinking about it like everybody else seems to be thinking about it. I think there's a bigger thing going on. I think it's directly connected to war. And just look at what's going on with the wars right now. We got the Ukraine-Russia war, and we got Israel-Iran. I'm just going to say Iran, which is going to be the United States and Iran. And we're over in the Middle East with Yemen, Lebanon. We're screwing with everybody, whatever. It's kind of playtime. But those are the three big powers that World War III is going to be up against. 3 out of 4. Got Russia, Iran, China, and North Korea. Now, we've already weakened down Russia a little bit. We're going to go in and weaken down Iran for a little bit. And then whenever it's China's decision to go ahead and try to take Taiwan, we're not only going to have some experienced soldiers out there, but we're also going to have a little bit of the problem taken care of and set aside for the most part so we can focus our attention over in China. So just to add that in there, I think that's probably why we're going into Iran. That's why we've been helping out Ukraine. I think it's a necessity. I think we need to suppress those two countries, and North Korea most definitely. I see that in the future pretty quickly, probably before China. I have a feeling that we're going to have a conflict with North Korea and South Korea. We will be over there taking care of that problem as well. They are a nuclear power. They are going to be flexing quite a bit. But there is a huge uprising around the world right now because Trump just pissed off the entire world. So that's not really going our way. We got to stand up. We got to stand strong. We got to stand up with financial decisions when it comes to trying to win this whole conflict that's coming. Everybody knows it's coming. Can't avoid the conspiracy theory of saying that we're going to be going to war with China. We're obviously going to be going to war with China. So, yeah, that's what I think about what's going on with the tariffs. Stock market, hang in there. Let's see what happens. You make your own decisions on what you want to do, but yeah, I've seen some large numbers coming out of my 401k, which is a little bit disturbing, but I know it's going to turn around and come back up at some point. I still got another 15 years before I retire, so maybe everything will be booming really good in 15 years when I decide to say, see you later, workforce. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave it with that. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.